What's your experience when you're sleeping? Yours?
Just pure awareness. Or when I'm dreaming,
are you alert when you're asleep? Are you... Do you...
No, because you see, the question behind your question is, are you aware that you are awareness? But the question is that awareness separates itself out from itself, looks back on itself and says, I am aware. It's not aware like that. It's not aware of itself like you seem to be aware of an object over here. So awareness is awareness of itself. It knows itself by being itself, not by knowing itself as an object. So pure being is the experience of awareness knowing itself. That is the way awareness knows itself, through the experience of being. It doesn't know itself as something. So I'm not there awake in a little corner of my experience saying, I'm fast asleep, but I'm aware that I am aware. It's not like that, because I can't separate, awareness can't separate itself from itself and look back on itself and say, oh, you are aware.
So other than being very colorful, and I mean, it's hard to grasp. I can't grasp it. So it's just colorful and vibrating and still at the same time, because you're just, I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever experience the absence of yourself? No. No.
No.
So in your own experience of yourself, you are always present?
Yes.
Yes. In other words, you, awareness, are always experiencing yourself.
Correct.
How can you say then that you don't experience yourself in deep sleep? Do you experience the absence of yourself in deep sleep?
I'm not aware of myself in deep sleep. I wake up and it's like nothing's happened.
Did you experience the absence of yourself in deep sleep?
In deep sleep, there's nothing. I'm not aware of anything.
That wasn't the question.
Okay.
The question was, did you experience the absence of yourself in deep sleep?
No.
Do you ever experience a discontinuity
No.
in the presence of yourself?
No, it's always...
How can you claim then that you don't, that there's something called deep sleep in which you don't experience yourself? If such an experience was true, you would have to say, yes, I experience a discontinuity of myself. I stop, and then I start again. But you've just said, quite rightly...
It does feel like when I'm in deep sleep...
Okay, what is it that has that feeling? I'm not asking you about your feelings. I don't mind about your feelings. You have a feeling in deep sleep, that's fine. What is it that is aware of that feeling? If you claim a feeling in deep sleep, there must be something there that is aware of the feeling.
Yeah, that would be awareness, is aware of the feeling.
It indeed would be. So in other words, if you look at your experience, and you have, when I ask you, do you ever experience the disappearance of yourself?
Never.
You look and you answer from your experience, no. If I ask you, do you ever experience any discontinuity in yourself? You look and you answer, no. And then, not you, but thought then chirps up and says, but I don't experience myself in deep sleep. Well, which is true? You've just contradicted yourself. You've said, I never disappear, I never experience a discontinuity of myself. 2 minutes later, thought says, I disappear in deep sleep, I'm not aware of myself. Which is true? They can't both be true, they're mutually exclusive statements.
Well, the first is true.
The first is true because it comes from your experience. The second is what the waking state thought says about deep sleep. But by definition, the waking state thought is not present in deep sleep. That's what defines it as deep sleep. Thought is not there. How can thought tell you anything about deep sleep.
It can't, because it's not around.
Exactly. This thought that says, I wasn't present in deep sleep, or I wasn't aware of myself in deep sleep, don't listen to it. It's an imposter. It doesn't know what it's talking about. It's like the character in the movie that says, the screen is not present. Look, I've been all over the world. I've been traveling for all my life. I've been traveling around the world, and I never found a screen in my world. That's what the separate self thinks about awareness. All my life I've been looking for awareness, and I can't find it. I've looked for it in deep sleep, I look for it in dreams, I look for it in... It never shows up. All I find in my world are thoughts and feelings and sensations of perceptions. Therefore, awareness doesn't exist.